thank you so much for watching. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a loyal subscriber, I see you and thank you so much for sticking in there with me. And if you are new, my name is Olivia and I would appreciate if you subscribe down below and join the family. Make sure your post notifications are turned on so that way you are notified every time that I post a video. This video is long overdue. I have been receiving tons of comments on this video here that I posted a while ago in regards to moving out. And so today I guess would kind of be considered a part 2 to that video. I will be sharing with you guys my #1 preparation tip to moving out on your own. I personally moved out from my parents' house, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that can be the only situation that this video would be perfect for you. Whether you're living at your parents' house or with roommates, there's still somebody else there that's helping take care of bills and whatnot. And so I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that this video is for you as well. So if you guys are interested in learning about my #1 preparation tip to moving out on your own and living on your own, then go ahead and keep on watching. Everybody's living situation might be a little bit different to why they are currently moving out. But if you are super serious about moving out and living on your own, it's super important that you prepare, behave, and finance as though you are already on your own. In regards to preparation, living on your own, to be honest, is a mental shift, especially if you're living at home with your parents. So in order to be ready to move out, you have to start preparing now. You have to start mentally switching your gears into, hey, I'm on my own. For example, if your parents are having company over, think about it as if it's your place and you're having company over all by yourself. You have to get ready for that party, clean up, do all of that. So why wait till you move out to do that stuff? Why not do it now while you're wherever you're at? Because it's all about a mental shift, about mentally getting prepared to live on your own, to do the things that you might not normally do right now. So if you're having company over at your parents' house or they're having company over, you do the dishes, you do the cleaning, you do all of those things, because to be honest, that's what you're gonna have to do when you live out on your own. It's really all about getting into the mental shift and preparing for living on your own, but you don't have to wait till you actually move out to do it. You would wanna do it now. And whatever it is that you're not doing now that someone else is doing for you or someone else is helping you with, maybe ask them to dial it back a little bit. Maybe not help out as much, because when you're on your own, you might not have that much help, or you might be far away from your parents, and you want to make sure that you feel confident and comfortable doing these things on your own. So it's not all about getting used to it, but it's also about you feeling comfortable and confident, and also knowing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. So that way when you're on your own, you won't have so many breakdowns. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a few breakdowns when I lived on my own and when I first started living out on my own, and there were a lot of things that I'm like, damn, I wish that I had done this previously, or I wish I had got more prepared for this. And there are gonna be things that you're not gonna be able to prepare for. Some of it's going to be a live test. It's just gonna have to be, you're just gonna be able to throw yourself out there, and sometimes it's all about just trying it out. You're gonna have a whole different routine when you're living on your own, and sometimes it might be a little bit lonely, to be honest, but you'll know exactly what you can do, what you're comfortable with, and what you should do to make sure that you're in a peaceful mindset moving forward and with you being on your own. When it comes to finances, this was a big thing that I also got a lot of questions and concerns about, is finances. The #1 thing that I want to make sure that you guys know is that do not feel pressure to move out if you are not financially ready. You can do all of these other things that I've mentioned to help get yourself prepared. Money is definitely a big aspect of living on your own for the first time, but at the same time, it's not the only thing that you have to do. Somebody can have all the money in the world, but if they're still a child mentally and they haven't been practicing these things to do it on their own, they're not going to be that independent adult that they need to be when they move out. So it's more than just about the finances. But when you look at the finances and you're still living at home with your parents, please don't feel pressure to move out before you are ready. And you can also prepare by setting money aside, not just for your apartment, but for other things that you're gonna wanna do when you move out on your own. For example, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, I wanna save up for this place and I wanna do this and that. And the thing is that if you are renting, especially if you're not buying, I didn't buy, a lot of people rent, you're getting your first apartment, let's say, you're gonna wanna continue to budget every single month, because every single month you have to pay this particular dollar amount for rent. So it's not just about, let me save this much money right now so that way I can get my place. You're gonna have to save that much money every month, because it is gonna be a requirement for you to stay at that particular place. So this kind of goes back to the mental shift. If you know rent is due right now, let's say you're still at your parents' house, but mentally you're preparing and financially you're preparing to move out on your own. Let's say rent is due. First of the month rent is due, and your friends want you to go out on a cruise. Can you afford that right now? Pretend as though you are already living on your own and whatnot. Rent is due right now, but they want to go on a cruise, or they want to go out to a club or to a bar or whatever. Do you have the extra funds to be able to do that? If not, living on your own is all about compromises, and it's about being an adult in that aspect as well. So if you cannot afford going out to a bar right now or going on a drink, it's okay to let your friends know that, and it's okay to be honest about that. Say, hey, I got rent due. And if your friends are independent adults and they know what it's like, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know how that is. Let me go ahead and just, we'll go ahead and invite you next time. And no worries about that, because you have other responsibilities now, and you can always hang out with them at a different time. But there are certain things that you have to make sure that you budget for, that you plan for, and that you're respectful of, because nobody's gonna, maybe you might have someone there that can help you pay rent, but if you want to be an independent adult and really live on your own, you're gonna have to do these things on your own and be responsible. Okay. And when it comes to finances, this also means if you're used to buying Jordans or Nikes or jewelry or whatever it may be, going on an Amazon spree every month because you have the extra funds for your job to do that because you're not paying rent, you gotta stop that. You gotta make sure rent and your bills are paid and you have that money set aside before you go on an Amazon spree. You have responsibilities now, and it's important. Everything that I have mentioned, it's important to get into this mental space now and start these things now as if you're already on your own. And so that's pretty much my number one tip to getting prepared to living on your own. It's really all about a mental shift, which will help you prepare, behave, and finance as though you were already on your own. So once you are, you're that confident, independent adult that you want to be when you're living on your own for the first time. So I really hope this video helped you guys out. I really hope that these tips will help you in the future. Wish you all the best on your move, whenever that may be. Do not let society pressure you to move out on your own. I know there's so many influencers and bloggers and stuff like that. It's like, oh, apartment tour and apartment tour this, and I got this for my first apartment. I've done it as well. But please do not feel pressure to be there, because it just might not be your time. But once it's your time, everything will flow and everything will align, and it's gonna feel good, because hey, it's my time to shine. It's my time to get my apartment. It's my time to have company over, and it'll feel good, and it's a really good feeling that I really loved having. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that it helped. Comment down below maybe some other videos that you would like to see of mine in the future, and make sure that you are subscribed down below. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on those post notifications so you can be notified every time that I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye.